So we play Renegades today. It's our last set of the season. We are currently 7-1 in second, or technically in second place because we don't have the head-to-head against Dignitas because they were our first set this season. We lost to them 3-2. So in order for us to get first place, even if we win today, Dignitas has to lose to United, who they play on Friday, I believe.
Kind of excited for this match. It's going to be really interesting, especially me against Funbolo. It's going to be a really good matchup. He's a really decent player. I like playing against him. Also playing against the second best French player in the SPL, after me, after all, of course.
It doesn't matter if we win or not because we can't get first place unless Dignitas loses today, but that doesn't change the way we're going to play. Renegades is probably one of the tougher teams. Like, of the teams that we've played, Renegades will be the tougher team.
I think if we really focus on our early game, because that's historically where we've struggled the most, and we play smart around the early game. Late game, we don't really struggle versus any team, even in the mid game. So just focus on the early game and we'll be fine. Finishing this one with a win would mean I think we would be 8-1. It was definitely within our power to go 9-0, sorry. So that's like a really good feeling to have going into MSI, that we're not really worried about any of the teams.
I have a lot of respect for all their players. I love Cherio, the opposing jungler. I'm expecting a win for us in the set, but I do think it won't be like that easy. I think they'll take a game off us maybe.
I definitely go into it feeling like we're the better team and that we should be confident, but at the same time, I'm expecting there to be a lot of adjustments by both teams mid-set, and I feel like it's a set that either team could, win or lose, and I think it'll just come down to who plays better on the given day, so we'll see.
Make sure it's you realize they're trying to lock up MSI, and we have like a very small chance at first seed. If we trolled, we'd get fined thousands, like thousands and thousands.
Who says it's trolling?
Like
it's the ultimate way to decide.
It wouldn't have been worth moving here in the first place.
Yeah, but we didn't want like a 60-minute game 5, so we just decided to do something else.
Look, would mix the chat enjoy any round or standard combat?
When we were on United last year, our like last couple of sets didn't matter or whatever, so we were thinking about running a siege comp, right? Like a level 1 siege comp. Have you guys ever have you ever speed run like a siege game, for example? So you start with upgraded frenzy, okay, with Nuwa and Hell, and you run out of base and you just run at the solo tower because no one groups around solo. You run at the solo tower, you put Nuwa minions in it, and you just poke it to half health, and everyone dies to the tower.
And then you just go again.
You do it again. You just keep doing it.
You have one frenzy.
And you just siege. No, you get 2 frenzies, of course. Both upgraded. Imagine the other team is like thinking about, oh, what active do we want this game? And you've taken the solo T1. Damn, done. It's gone.
Here now with Rivals jungler Captain Twig. And Twig, first things first, it's been a couple of days since we last saw you guys playing. Anything spicy that we can expect from you team today?
Nothing spicy. We're going to play a game, so because we've got first seed on the line, we have to win this, and then they have to lose their set for us to win, but we're still going to go 100%, try to win.
Dude, I'll play for Simon's skin. I'm playing this for Simon's skin. Broken. I don't even know what it is. Understood. Yeah, make sure you buy all the new skins.
What skin's broken, Panda Cat?
I haven't played it because it's still more down. But I hope it's broken.
Yeah, settle down, Cooper. Settle down.
Yeah, I heard broken.
Settle down.
Wait, you know what skin is broken that you guys had banned here? Was the Artemis.
Which one?
The Snuggly, the new
that one is actually
Artemis one.
Isn't that banned?
No, it's allowed. I played it in the SPL.
Yeah, it's just recon Artemis.
Good for you.
We actually get a really good set today because we get Renegades and Rival.
I'm coming.
Help him.
Help him. I'm with you.
I sprinted you, Max. I sprinted you.
No, she did.
Nezerol down.
Zeus, Max, Zeus.
Zeus combos down.
I'm trying to get to you guys. I'm zoned out a bit. I'm coming.
I send the Zeus.
I'm gonna go around.
Beads on Zeus, and Zegas.
His combos.
I'm
on Rapper.
I'm good.
Get the Zeus combo.
I'm coming back to you, Max. I'm coming back to you, Max. I have to help Max.
Nice. His ult's down.
Just get speed. Bait him in. Nice, Kenny! Let's go, Kenny!
The ult trade did end up favoring Arkle in the end.
And that's always the advantage of a Rama in the grand scheme of things, be able to get out of combat for a while. Dardes, though, was never getting away from that.
Go now.
I'm on Phoenix.
I sprinted us?
Phoenix.
I'm on Ganesh.
I'm on Phoenix.
They're trying to kill me.
You're good,
I'm on Drum already.
I started.
Drum. Nice pin.
And focus on none. Focus on none. I have cooldowns in 4. I'm body blocking the Hachi. That's not your blink. I'm healing us.
I'm
gonna go for a smoke. Alright. That was an easy game, dude.
Okay, let's move him. Asana? I can chase. Yeah.
Slow? Nice fucking job, boys. Let's go.
Good kick, bro.
They're weak. They're both weak. Oh, yeah, fine. They want to be right here.
Does he have dash?
I'm all in. Go stars. He has blank.
I'm going.
Nice.
I've got my jump soon. She's gonna ult, but no, she's dead.
Nice job, Will. Kenny's on a character already.
Nice. Yeah, Kenny is.
That's not what you were thinking.
Bro, Kenny is gonna be a fucking monster cloud player.
Play it slow. Play it slow.
It's getting
We can go.
Go.
Nice.
I got Jordan too.
Yeah, we get Jordan.
Stun?
I get stun him after. He's stunned. Nice, that's right.
Oh.
I can dash.
Can we go on the field?
That's all you.
Be careful, Al. Be careful.
Yes, no beats.
Nice.
Can we help him? I'm helping you. Alright, frenzied. Sunday, go. Watch out, right.
I got hit by his tires. He's
Nice.
good job.
Yo, T2. You're good, Ben.
I'm fine.
Help Max. Athena's low. No dash, Kenny. Nice. I'll go. Yeah, go now. Nice. Kenny's alive. Oh, you're alive. Kenny, push.
Give him the credit where it's due, because I know we joke with Michael a lot because he's a lovely guy, but hey, his performance has been great. Dardes, meanwhile, though, not going to escape another man who's having a fantastic year in Captain Twig. Funballer won't even be able to get the tail end of it. Zarkill brings down Nika.
Now he'll pay for his crimes. Panda Cat gets the double, and it's just Funballer left standing, full on deicide.
Let's go.
Yo, guys.
It's just a different day in the clinic, isn't it?
Look at this. This is
In the oil, mate. You know what I mean?
This is a product.
Guess we stopped them.
This was literally just a fucking disaster.
Yo, I'm ready to my GPM.
It was literally a disaster.
Let's go.
Kenny's just on the carry.
Yo, Kenny kind of a little nice with it today. God damn, dude.
But he can't chain him to the knockup. Desert Fury is good as a response. Finally, Renegades shows some signs of life here. Big play by Dardes. Polar Mike keeping them topped up. This isn't going to be free. Kraken, though, secures it, but Renegades are here in full force. A 4-man taunt from Rapper. That sets up 2 for Renegades. Arco going to fall as well. 3 in total. What a punish. Pyromancer down for now. I said we might not see any aggression, but here comes Polar Bear Mike forcing his way into mid because they knew Bino K was waiting in the wings. That's a good ulti from Cheerio to try and stop things, but up into the Palau means Bino K has plenty of damage on the Dardes.
And now Nika on the front line teleports in, but can't do much of anything. Rapper's going to wrap around the back though, and the health bars on Rival are getting low.
Nika doesn't make it into the ultimate either, so it's 2 for 1.
Now they're in a 4v5 where Rival get to start it up.
Frenzy back up for Polar Bear Mike as well, so they'll have that tool to burn the objective, but they're already shredding it. Nika has to come in. Kraken a little bit too early, and Renegades are the ones who strip away the objective. Panda Cat's timing was a bit off, but Bino K takes down Dardes. Team Rival might still be okay, even though they lost Twig.
Here's on his last legs as Twig is going to use the pile but Kraken onto Nika's face, but he'll slip the net for now as he ults away. Bumbo Miller, meanwhile, different story.
He's going to need some backup. He's in that disapparate, and that should buy him a moment, but look at all the Rival hunting him down. Nothing the Soul can do, and now they're in prime position. Just turn around and do the fire giant. They even have Frenzy.
Twig though in mid with the pile.
In comes Horus as well on top. This might not be bad. Nika forced to his ultimate, but Cheerio yet again has a nice Fear No Evil. It's just not enough. Cheerio gets blown up this time, but Arco can't get the rewind off again. That's huge.
Dardes and Football did such good work there with their abilities to make sure they killed Arkil. That will slow down some pressure, but still, Rival marching on at the same time.
It's 3 for 2. Panda Cat's still up and still has relevant damage. Funballer in trouble though from Bino K way in the back, and all of a sudden it's just Rapper up against 3, and what can he do? It'll be better against the Titan though. It's weak against the Phoenix, but Panda Cat's damage is going to be full force up against the Titan. Rapper's going to do what he can to try and slow this one down, but even with a 2-man taunt, they've got the Horus there to keep them topped up.
No, the minions are coming through as well, Finch. And the one thing is, Final K is not going to die here. The respawns is still 15 seconds for Cheerio. It's going to be a long end, but it will end.
They are slowly whittling away, and Rapper's doing everything he can to make this tough. Polar Bear Mike can't take it any longer, but they've had just enough. The respawn's too long. Rival close out game number 3.
That's what. Yo, that's a whole. Come on,
Okay, that's the first one.
You know how I do.
Let's go. Well, that's like that should be a.
Hey Max, you're holding up the line here. Come on.
What's the fire giant?
We just got started. You're already know.
Kenny, that's not but fun ball to be.
Yeah, I'll give everyone else a hug. Alright, let's go. Good split. See you guys next year, maybe?
Yep, see you guys next year.
Did they must have still have like 200?
Like the hands. Two games.
No.
Two games.
Thank you. You got to
Nice to meet you, man.
Go work on that more.
That last game was actually really fun to watch as a spectator. Yeah, maybe not as a coach, but.
DBM and Slaney. What do you want to talk about, guys?
You tell us.
Talk about how I fed game 3. Yeah, we can do that.
I actually, he just made it look bad for you.
I appreciate it too, but I didn't actually say I was like, okay, that's just messed up. That's a silly play.
Which play?
The second horror assault and the same Phoenix in the same spot.
Oh yeah, you had to get in there.
I had to get in there. You can't.
Sounds good.
I'm like, bro, you let him do it.
Well, if Kenny got his alt off, it would have been good because I forced the soul 3 away instantly, and I told nobody to take the op. I wanted to just hit the Phoenix, and then the carries like stacked, got double humbucks alted.
Yes.
Neither of them immune to it, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll call myself.
If
I think
rewind, whatever.
Yes, rewind. Yeah, I mean, I think that Ariel is probably fine in a world where half of the team doesn't get instantly Fear No Evil dumped about.
Yeah, I'm still figuring out. Like, it's hard to get consistent value with this alt.
It's so
tricky.
so tough.
It's so tricky to get full value on it. But it's like a Paul Mangiano solid.
How much are you okay talking about it? I guess I don't know if you guys want to give anything away or not.
That's the end of the phase now.
I mean, you can ask whatever you want, and then I'll figure it out.
Just judge it?
Yeah.
Cool. That's fine.
We do have a rival here, Coach Slaney and PBM support, obviously. First off, congratulations. The 3-0 win. This whole phase has been way more impressive than I think anyone could have expected with maybe thinking Panda Cat would need some time. But you guys have shown that you actually didn't. But I do feel like I got to start, man, with the horse in Game 3. I mean, it just felt a bit rough. Talk to us about what you guys, like, how you value it, how you think it went wrong, and did you guys like the way it went, or just where's you guys' mindset on it?
It was kind of a pick where we felt like we were winning early games in the previous 2 games, and we felt like it could be an okay pick just to like sort of play the map a little bit faster because they had an Athena, and really just kind of like test it out a little bit and see if I could get consistent value from the alt. I think a few alts were like pretty good and made me feel like, oh, okay, like this, this feels pretty good, and then there's a few in plays as well, which is a little bit different, but I don't know, still figuring them out. He's still new. I think that he has a really high skill cap, not as like an individual button presser, but in terms of like how you want to use him as a team. So it'll just take time.
I agree. And how much does it mean for you all that Panda Cat is just as nuts as he clearly is? Like, I mean, you would be forgiven for thinking that he would need a little more time to be at this level than he's at right now. But I mean, your team is so strong. I feel like partly because of how strong he's been able to be for you. How much does it mean for you guys?
I mean, I've been preaching for 2 years that he's the GOAT. So I mean, he's such a good mechanical player. He's a great teammate. He understands, when he makes mistakes, like when he leaves a fire giant at 200 HP and we nearly lose the game because of it. Like, stuff like that just happens, and it's like, it's okay, but then he makes so many other good plays that, I don't know, he's just a beast.
When you got a rival beside him,
right? It's just the right. We saw something
like that. On the other end of that, like, it feels so weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah, win a world championship, lose, don't even lose the game. Like, so, hey, good in.
I want to get the hard questions. How do you value Horus? How do you value Jean-Gui? When do you pick him? Give all the enemies all the info they need.
Mike. Mike turned around and said, "Just ask the question, and we'll work it out." I'm like, "All right then."
He said he'll figure it out.
Right.
I never said I would.
Hey, that's just like a dual lane partnership, my friend. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, really, what I love there, I think Slaney absolutely nailed it. We want to win.
Makes a change, right, Slaney?
From CLG to this.
So we just got home after our set versus the Renegades. We fortunately took the set in a 3-0 in our favor, which potentially clinches us for the first seed, depending on how Dignitas does whenever they play against United. The game is really good. I mean, I played pretty well all 3 games. I made some minor mistakes, which I went over right away, and I won't make them again if it comes to that scenario.
We actually haven't scrimmed since our previous set last Thursday against Trifecta, so I was really kind of worried about how everybody would feel. I was expecting the first game to be a little bit kind of off balance and people getting back into the groove of it, but I felt like everyone was just firing on all cylinders today. I felt like we were just on the same page, and I feel like we played really well as a team. I think Renegades still made a lot of really good plays. I think the score is kind of deceiving to how well they played specifically in Game 3. I think that's a game we easily could have lost, maybe even should have.
The season went super well for us, I'd say. I'm so glad that the team worked out the way it did. I had a lot of question marks around Max PandaCat joining the team. I thought that role swapping in competitive is like a lot harder than it's made up to be, and it's very rarely ever worked on any team for any player, a role swap, and it usually has very kind of slanted and janky results. I'd know because I also role swapped back in season 2 from mid to jungle. So I'm glad that worked out. I'm really glad that the team meshed exactly as I hoped it would. We're great friends, and I think it shows in game how much like synergy and teamwork we already have.
We still have potential to finish first seed. Kind of comes down to Dig versus United, so it's out of our hands. We've done the best that we could do. We have a really, really good plus minus, so I'm really proud. Even if we finish second, in my eyes, we finished first. We had really good sets versus every team. Every player's played out of their minds this whole season, this whole phase 1. So I couldn't be any more confident going into MSI. I think we should be the favourites to win. PK, Spice, and then obviously Dig all look really strong. Even Renegades could come through swinging if they qualify.
I feel like we had the best split just in terms of like looking like the strongest team through the regular season portion. We won 8 sets in a row after losing to Dig in a game 5 as our first set as a team together when they had already played a little bit before with each other. So as far as expectations go, I couldn't really ask for much more. Just going to keep improving and being the best we can, looking towards MSI, and then obviously the ultimate goal is Worlds. And if we can just keep up what we've already built upon, I feel like we're in a really good spot.
Oh shit, I didn't notice you guys there. Well, while you're here, why don't you make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell.